안녕하세요. 대리입니다. Let's learn Korean in English with the help of Hindi. Basic things you should know before I teach Korean. So I use English as a medium to teach, but I also use Hindi as per requirement. And if required, I can even use Assamese or other Indo-Aryan languages. Through examples, I'll teach you so that it's easier to grasp in your own native language than translating Korean to English and then to your own language. So if you can translate directly from Korean to your native language or Hindi, it would be much easier to learn. Moreover, the grammar of Indo-Aryan languages and Korean have similarities compared to English, which is a completely different grammar. And my pet name for the channel is Teddy, so I'm Teddy Mila. Let me give you some facts in brief. First of all, just like how India is called India in English, and in Hindi or in the native languages it is called Bharat. Similarly, in Korean, South Korea is known as Daehanmin국, and in English it is South Korea. However, in shortcut, they call Korea as Hanguk, so it's Hanguk. And in the Korean alphabet, the Korean letters are called Hangul, so don't get confused. Hangul is the alphabet and Hanguk is the name of the country. And in 1444, a king named Kim Sejong actually introduced the alphabet, and it was because there was illiteracy in Korea, and the issue was that they learned Korean through the Chinese Hanja script, and there was no script of Korean in that time. And since Mandarin, Cantonese, or the Chinese in general is a completely different language, and they were using a script of a different language for their own native language, which was different from Chinese, so they faced difficulty to learn. Moreover, learning Chinese was not easy, and so there was lots of illiteracy problem in Korea at that time. So this king wanted such a script for their own language, which will be easier to learn and people can grasp it easily. So that's why the letters, the Korean letters, the Hangul script was introduced, and it is the easiest letters to learn that you can learn it within hours, literally. And before 1444, as I said, they used Hanja script to learn Korean. And though it's one of the hardest language to learn, but the letters are easy to learn, so you just need a lot of patience and practice. So now let's finally move on to the learning part. So first of all, there are 14 basic and 5 double consonants in Hangul. So these consonants are the flension one, okay? So there are 14 basic ones and 5 double ones. Now what does it mean by basic and double? It basically has to do with the pronunciation. So the basic ones are pronounced lightly and the double ones are pronounced by putting a lot of pressure compared to the basic ones. And that's the only difference. Then there is this basic vowels and complex vowels. There are 10 basic vowels and 11 complex vowels in Hangul. So same pronunciation thing here also, and unlike in Hindi or any other Indo-Aryan language, there is also a silent consonant in Korean. For example, in English, there is a word called knowledge. So it has K and OW and so on. So the K is silent, however, it's written. Similarly, there is one silent consonant here as well. So we will talk about it in the future. But let's just know that there is a silent consonant, and each consonant can have different pronunciations based on different pronunciation rules, and we'll also talk about it. So when vowels are written and they are in the position of initial syllable, so they start with initial the initials start with silent consonant so as to form a syllable. And Hangul can be written both vertically and horizontally, unlike Hindi where it is only written horizontally. So this is the Hangul chart, and these are the 14 basic consonants, and then we will move on to the double consonants and then to the vowels. I know sometimes the vowels seems easier to learn, but here it can be confusing, so it's better if we learn the consonants first. So firstly, let's learn the 14 basic consonants where you don't need to put that much pressure while pronouncing, and so these are the basic ones. Let us see the first row, and the first row comprises of the letters. Let's just read them once. Ka, na, ka, na, pa, sa, ja, cha, ka, pa, and ha. In English, as you can see in the list, the first letter is K, which is both G and K, then N, then we have T and T, then we have R and L, M, B and P, S, N G sound, J, C H, K, T, P, H. And in Hindi, just in the case of the first consonant, as you can see, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, the first four vyanjan word itself is first letter. Then we have Na, which is just a Na. Then we have Da and Ta both, so Da, Dha, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Ta, Tha. Then both La and La sound. Then we have Ma sound, then Ba, Bha, Pa, Fa sound, Sa, Sha, Sha. It just have only one S sound, however in Hindi we have different S sounds. Then NG sound, then we have J sound, Jha, Da, Dha, Cha sound, then we have Cha and Acha wala Cha sound, then Ka and Kha, then Ta and Tha, then Pa and Fa and Ha sound. So all these letters, we'll talk about them in detail with the pronunciation rule, but let's just see the chart, learn it, write it down. And these are the 5 double consonants, and as you can see, these consonants already exist in the basic consonants, but just